guys, this is Nick Brown at JTech today, and tonight we are going to be going over how an AC system works. From top to bottom, the simplest way I can, guys. So with that, stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Nick Brown at JTech. Today I'm going to be going a little bit more over HVAC, okay? This video is basically going to be on how an HVAC system works, okay? Some people look at it as when they see HVAC, oh, it's going to be very complicated, it's going to be it's almost impossible to understand. Well, I'm going to make it to the point where you guys can understand it, okay? Basically, it's the process of heat exchanging, okay? On the evaporator coil, okay? What it's doing is it's taking air from the outside, taking in the heat, and the blower motor is running it across the evaporator coil, and it's transferring it going into the little fins. If I could show you an evaporator coil, I would. Okay, it almost looks like a radiator. Okay, it's taking the heat, and the evaporator coil is absorbing it, turning the liquid refrigerant into a gas, and then therefore it goes into the high side of the condenser. The condenser is up at the front here, okay? This bad boy tends to be blocked out with a bunch of bugs, rocks. Yeah, I've seen it, some concrete trucks get a little bit of concrete, that sediment in there, and then they get some water, get a bad rainstorm, it tends to turn this thing into a block of concrete. Therefore you got to replace the whole condensing unit. So, but this right here is what contains the gases, okay, on this side of the HVAC system. What this is doing is it's taking the air and it's running it across these little fins inside the radiator, or not the radiator, inside the condenser, okay. Now, what this does is you have gas flowing through these fins. What the gas is, whenever it's hot, okay. The gas is hot, the pressure, if I put a pressure up on the high side, then you know it's significantly higher than it is compared to the low side, okay? So the air runs across, and the gas turns from a gas to a liquid and goes back to the low side, okay? What that's doing is whenever you're taking the air, you're taking the heat from the gas and you're extracting it from the gas, which these little fins in here, that's what it absorbs. It absorbs the heat and then emits the heat out to the air, okay? Therefore, the gas turns into a liquid, and then the liquid travels back to the evaporator, okay? Now, how this refrigerant is transferred throughout the system is done by an AC compressor, okay? This is usually done on the high side, on the gas side, okay? Whenever the refrigerant runs through this side of the AC compressor, it's a gas, okay? So this is typically on the high side, okay? In fact, it's not typically on the high side, it is on the high side, okay? So, with that, okay, just a little bit better understanding of how an AC system works, okay? Now, you have hot on this side, you have heat going away on this side, and heat being absorbed on that side. Kind of a little bit of mismatch right there. You think totally opposite, okay? When I first started HVAC, that's what I thought, okay? So, and as far as the evaporator coil does, whenever the heat is transferred into it, it turns from a liquid to a gas. And the air blows across the evaporator coil. What that does is, as the heat is being absorbed, it cools it. It cools the air running across the AC, the evaporator coil, okay? That's being driven by the AC blower, okay? Then it blows up into the cab, then it cools down the cab, okay? So with that, that's why, if you ever notice, whenever you have been running the AC for a while, and then you go to pop the hood on your truck or your car, or a big old semi-truck just like this, Class 8 truck, you notice that the low side, some of the AC lines are sweating, okay? Because they're cold, okay? And 9 times out of 10, whenever you're running the AC, you should be running the AC when it is hot outside, okay? We live in Florida, we need AC. So, with that, this is going to be your high side, that's going to be your low side. This is where going to be gases are exchanged into liquid. Liquid is exchanged into gases, okay? And it's all driven by the AC compressor, okay? So with that, I hope it was a little bit better of an understanding of how an AC system works. Okay. So with that, we'll see you guys later.